So NEET PG 2025 is just 2 days away, and I know I wasn't there for the last 7 months, but that's a topic for a separate video. And I'll just get started with this video at hand. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Dr. Debarati. I am a first year general surgery resident at Medico College and Hospital in Kolkata. And so without further delay, let's get right into the video. Also, I know that there's not a minute to waste, so you can watch this video at 1.5x to save time. And also excuse the background noise. I'm shooting from my hostel room in my hospital and it's noisy, and I really need to get a mic, also my entire setup from home. So yeah, we'll just get started with the video. Tip number 1, and I cannot overstate the value of this tip: do not, I repeat, do not change your answers last minute. I know some of the sections are shorter than the others and you have a lot of time at the end, so you review all the MCQs and the ones that you have a doubt on, you end up changing them. Do not do that. And this is precisely how I lost 5 marks in my exam. I wasn't sure about one of the answers. I had marked the correct option, but still I decided to go with some other option, towards in the last few seconds. I just marked the wrong answer in the last few seconds, and it wasn't until the last section that I realized what I had done. So do not repeat my mistake. Obviously you have to review your answers, but you are searching for the questions that you read wrong, you read a last line wrong, and you obviously know that you have marked the wrong option. Only change those answers, not the ones that you have a doubt on, because always remember, your first guess is your best guess, and that's it. This tip number 2 is on time management. When I planned for my exam, I kept the time limit as 30 minutes for 40 MCQs, which leaves you around 12 minutes at the end to review the answers, and that's just good enough. But remember, those 12 minutes are not for you to be changing the answers you have already marked. You suddenly remember something and you're absolutely sure that you have marked the wrong answer. Those 12 minutes are just for that, to save you from losing marks in silly mistakes. Not for you to be making silly mistakes out of, doubt. 40 MCQs in 30 minutes, 12 minutes in the end for review. For tip number 3, and I'm sure you already know this, but I'll still state this because I've seen a lot of people doing this. Don't read anything new in these last 2 days. You might be thinking, I have left this portion, now I have time, let's just quickly go through this. Don't do that. You have already read enough, and trust me, whatever you have read is enough for cracking the exam, provided you remember those answers. Trust your knowledge. Trust whatever efforts you have put in the last months will pay out in the end, and just stick to that. Read your notes that you have revised multiple times. Nothing new. Number 4, play smart. This is going to be a long one, so let's get started. For the first section of this tip, I'll tell you, if you are confused about some options, and you have to pick the wrong one out or the correct one out of the 4, there might be some options stating this fact is always this fact must be this. Those options are most of the time wrong, because always trust that in medical science there is nothing called always or must. Most of the things are variable, so you can rule those ones out. So this is just a tip, and it might not work all the time, especially if you're entirely sure that this is not the correct one. So obviously in those cases don't consider that. I'm talking about the cases where you're stuck and unable to make a decision, so you might just consider this point. Next one, you have to mark maximum questions. Try to leave as less questions as possible unattempted. I left only 2 questions in my exam unattempted, and those were the 2 questions that I had absolutely zero idea on. I had not heard of the terms before. I had absolutely zero idea what those were, and these are the only type of questions that you should leave out. Do not make random guesses on these questions to in order to play aggressive. Like most of the times you end up losing marks in that way. But yeah, 2 to 3 questions you can rule out, and maximum 5, but not more than that. Like 5 sections, you can leave out 5 questions max. So 1 question per section you can keep for not attempting, but not more than that. Next, read last line of the question very carefully. Like this is the part where NB plays the maximum tricks on, and because they know by the in long paragraph questions, by the time you reach the last line, you have already lost track of the entire thing, and you're also in a hurry to finish the question in the time limit. So you end up reading the last line wrong, and that's where they play the twist. So always make it a point to read the last line very carefully. No matter how long the question is, your focus should be the last line, the MCQ options, and then the rest of the question. This is how I used to approach my MCQs, and it greatly helped me minimize my negative markings. And I hope you try this in your exam, and I hope you get good results. Now for image based questions, always give priority to the images. Like in our time, there were some questions if you just read the paragraph, the diagnosis pointed towards something else, but say the images, like the pathology images, were of different condition, and not totally different, differential diagnosis of the paragraph. So always give priority to the images. If you're getting something different from the question paragraph and then something different from the images, the priority should be the image. Many of my friends lost marks by giving priority just to the paragraph. So you're not going to do this. You are going to always take the image in mind. Always keep the image in mind. Next up, try to keep as less questions as possible for review at the end, because you don't always get time to review all of the questions that you keep for review, and it affects your peace of mind and your ability to solve the questions of the next section. So keep only those questions in review where you are totally stuck between 2 options, you are not sure, and you really need to read the question again to recollect some info in your mind. Only keep those questions in review and not the entire set. Don't try to keep more than 6-7 questions in review, and this is totally something I highly recommend doing in the exam. And lastly, never ever lose sight of the timer. The question timer is your best friend in the exam, and in solving an MCQ, if you lose track of the timer, you just go. Number 5, it's about peace of mind. Don't ever compromise on that. Your brain cannot function at its optimum capacity if you're not well rested, and if you're constantly worrying about random stuff after talking to your friends or anybody. So what I recommend is get enough sleep these last 2 days. You have worked hard enough, and minimize talking to your friends as much as possible, because some of them like to give random facts just before the exam, this point has a high possibility of coming in the exam, just read this point. And maybe you have never read that point, and you don't need to read that now, because nobody knows the question paper. Trust me. When you are extremely stressed and unable to study at all and getting panic attacks, I recommend talking to your family members, your parents, your mom. That reduces anxiety levels a lot, provided you talk about anything else on this earth except the exam. You can talk about upcoming trips with them, you can talk about some random things they bought, random chit chat, but don't get too carried away here and there, so that those thoughts don't revolve around you when you get back to studies. And these last few days there will be many random chit chats on the social media forums about exam postponement, court cases. Stay out of that. Totally stay out of that. Only trust official notices, and it's highly unlikely that the exam would be postponed at this point. But again, NB, nobody knows what they do, what they think. But yeah, try to stay out of the social media forums, and trust that if there's any postponement, our teachers would be posting on their social media statuses, and you would eventually get to know from your friends on chats or WhatsApp. So yeah, no unnecessary social media chit chat intake. Yeah, that's what I would like to call this. Number 6, don't try anything new. like if new medications for anxiety relief or new medications to help you sleep, like now is not the time for that. Like don't put on any new habit that you haven't been doing these last few months, because you never know how the medications might affect you, and you don't want to find that out right now. So yeah, no new habits, no new medications, nothing new. Just stick to your daily routine and trust that everything will be fine at the end. And also these last 2 days everybody is losing their mind, and it's not just you. So yeah. Number 7, regarding the morning of the exam, like try to eat a light breakfast. Don't go totally empty stomach or like have too much of a heavy breakfast. Like some poha or like oats, that should be fine. And also do not get like too hyped up on chocolates, like you get sugar rush and then you can become like jittery. That's not wanted at all. So yeah, light breakfast, what you daily have. Avoid like too much spicy food intake. That's it. Number 8, last but not the least, trust the universe, trust God, trust whatever you believe in, that in the end everything will work out. All of the efforts that you have put in, everything will show results. And this is the time for you to reap the results of your hard work these last few months. So do not do anything to sabotage it. Yeah, just 2 days to go and you're just at the end, and it will work out. No, it's completely normal if you feel that you have forgotten a lot of stuff, but you have to trust in yourself that when you see the question in the exam hall, you'll get those answers back. Or yeah, you'll get those answers back. And it happens to the best of us. It happened to me too. I thought that I had forgotten so many stuff, but it's like when you read the question in the exam hall, it just comes crawling back. The picture of the page where you read it from, it just comes back to your memory. So you have to just put your trust on that everything will work out, and try not to panic. I know it's easier said than done. I was so anxious the last 2 days, I remember, and it gives me such nostalgia. And when you're on the other side, and you'll also get nostalgia from remembering all those days. But yeah, just don't get too much carried away. Keep a sight of the bigger picture in mind, that all this struggle, this ends in just 2 more days. Be happy, smile, and it's like you get to live your life and do whatever you haven't been doing these last few months, though they are just round the corner. You have to just sit through 3 hours of this exam in the exam hall, and it will all be over. Yeah, that's it. So all the best for NEET PG 2025, and I'll be seeing you on the other side. Bye for now.